Parivrajakacharya Shimata Bhakti Danta Swami Srila Prabhupada Maharaj Jai Om Vishnu Pada Paramhamsa Parivrajakacharya Shtatara Shanta Shrimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Jai Shri Guru Parampara Ki Jai Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Gopinath Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Shri Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Shri Nakur Dham Ki Jai Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Shri Nath Kapuri Dham Ki Jai Nandama Ki Jai Munama Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Tulsi Maharani Ki Jai Vishnu Bhushan Prabhupada Ki Jai Grand Rajamani Bhagavatam Ki Hare Krishna Mahamantra Ki Harinam Sankirtan Yagya Ki Jai Gaura Premanandi All glories to the assembly All glories to the assembly All glories to the assembly All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gaura.
Lotus feet, our spiritual master, are the only way by which we can attain pure devotional service. I bow down to his lotus feet with great awe and reverence. By his grace, one can cross the ocean of material suffering and obtain the mercy of Krishna. My only wish is to have my consciousness purified by the words emanating from his lotus mouth. Attachment to his lotus feet is the perfection that fulfills all desires. He opens my darkened eyes and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord, birth after birth. From him ecstatic prema emanates. By him the universe is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. Our spiritual master is an ocean of mercy, the friend of the poor, Lord and Master of the devotees. Oh Master, lead us to us and give us a share of the Lord's feet. May your fame be spread all over the three worlds. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
I'm sorry for the delay actually.
First of all, thank you for all of the devotees that's giving this opportunity to be with you this morning. Otherwise, like Grihasthas, we are working like donkeys. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bigari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bigari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallava Girivaradari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallava Girivaradari. Yasoda Nandana Praja Jana Ranjana. Yasoda Nandana Praja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanasari. Yamuna Tira Vanasari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jagana, Jaya Jagana, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita. Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Utrayet. Today we are going to read from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, chapter 24, text number 35. Please repeat after me. Sankarchanaya Sukshmaya, Sankarchanaya Sukshmaya, Sankarchanaya Sukshmaya, Sankarchanaya Sukshmaya, Durantaya Antakaya Cha, Durantaya Antakaya Cha, Durantaya Antakaya Cha, Durantaya Antakaya Cha. Namo Visva Prabodaya, Namo Visva Prabodaya, Namo Visva Prabodaya, Namo Visva Prabodaya, Pratyunnaya Anta Atmane, Pratyunnaya Antaratmane, Pratyunnaya Antaratmane, Pratyunnaya Antaratmane.
Sankarchanaya Sukshmaya,
Sankarchanaya Sukshmaya,
Durantaya Antakaya Cha,
Durantaya Antakaya Cha,
Namo Visva Prabodaya,
Namo Visva Prabodaya,
Pradyumnayanta Atmane,
Pratyunnaya Anta Atmane.
Sankarchanaya Sukshmaya,
Sankarchanaya Sukshmaya,
Durantaya Antakaya Cha,
Durantaya Antakaya Cha,
Namo Visva Prabodaya,
Namo Visva Prabodaya,
Pradyumnayanta Atmane,
Pratyunnaya Anta Atmane.
Sankarchanaya Sukshmaya,
Sankarchanaya Sukshmaya,
Durantaya Antakaya Cha,
Durantaya Antakaya Cha,
Namo Vishwa Prabodaya,
Namo Visva Prabodaya,
Pradyumnaya Antaratmane,
Pratyunnaya Antaratmane.
Sankarchanaya Sukshmaya,
Sankarchanaya Sukshmaya,
Durantaya Antakaya Cha,
Durantaya Antakaya Cha,
Namo
Namo Vishwa Prabodhaya. Pratyunnaya Antaratmane. Mataji, would you like to try? Sankarchanaya Sukshmaya. Durantaya Antakaya cha. Namo Vishwa Prabodhaya. Pratyunnaya Antaratmane. Sankarchanaya Sukshmaya. Durantaya Antakaya cha. Namo Vishwa Prabodhaya. Pratyunnaya Antaratmane. So I will read the translation and purport. And first of all, I will go word by word. Sankachanaya, unto the master of integration. Sukshmaya, unto the subtle, unmanifested material ingredients. Durantaya, unto the unsurpassable, unsurpassable. Ankaya, Antakaya, unto the master of disintegration. Cha, also, Nama, obeisances. Vishwa Prabhadaya, unto the master of the development of universes. Pratyunnaya, unto the Lord Pratyunna. Anta Atmanahe, unto the super soul in everyone's heart. Translation given by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada Ki Jai. My dear Lord, you are the origin of the subtle material ingredients and master of the integration as well as the master of all disintegration. The predominating deity named Sankarshana and the master of all intelligence known as predominating deity Pratyunna. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Purport. The whole universe is maintained by the integrating power of Supreme Lord, who is known in the capacity by the name of Sankarsana. The material scientists may have discovered the law of gravity, which maintains the integration of object within the material energy. Yet the master of the integration can create a devastation by the disintegrating blazing fire emanating from his mouth. A description of this can be found in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, wherein the universal form of the Lord is described. The master of integration is also destroyer of this world by virtue of his disintegrating energy. Sankarsana is the master of integration and disintegration, whereas the Pratyunna, another feature of the Lord, Vasudeva, is responsible for the universe growth and maintenance. The word Sukshmaya is significant because within this gross material, there are subtle material bodies, namely mind, intelligence, and ego. The Lord in his different futures, Vasudeva, Aniruddha, Pratyunna, and Sankarsana, maintained both gross and subtle material elements of this world. As mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, the gross material elements are earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And the subtle material elements are mind, intelligence, and ego. All of them are controlled by Supreme Personality of Godhead as Vasudeva, Sankarsana, Pratyunna, and Aniruddha. And this will be further explained in the following verse. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Satchurum Milidam Mena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuddhapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamamsa Sri Rupam Sakrajadam Sagakana Raghunada Vidam Samchadivam Satvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagakana Lalita Sri Visakan Vidamsa E Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gobesa Gobiga Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Tapta Kanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanja Kalpadarpyucha Kriba Sindhupye Vasa Padidanam Pavanepyo Vaishnavipyo Namo Nama Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Kadatara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. I am seeking the blessing of all the Vaishnavas assembled here today, because whatever I heard, actually I had to repeat that to you. That means I should get the blessing first of all from the devotees. Then only whatever I heard from the senior devotees and acharyas can repeat to same words should become to repeat to you. In that case, please accept humble obeisances. Prabhu yesterday was wonderfully explaining about the Lord Vasudeva future. And I was unfortunately hearing at that class actually, wonderfully explaining about how the world was created. Now it continues actually the second part, from Sankarshana. As state here, in this text, my dear Lord, you are the origin of the subtle material ingredients and master of integration as well as the master of disintegration. The predominating deity named Sankarshana and the master of all intelligence, known as predominating deity Pratyumna. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Lord Shiva, this also says actually Rudra Gita, Lord Shiva singing these songs, and praying this. Lord Shiva manifests in front of Prachotas. Is himself actually without inviting actually Prachotas, and is giving these prayers. It is also for us actually these prayers to remove our false ego. And also see how the Lord, how we can attract Lord by praying these prayers. Lord Shiva is praying here. And it is also says actually this Lord Sankarshana is attracting and also destroying, both doing simultaneously. And this integration actually is attracting. Actually, we know that Lord appeared many millennium after millennium to attract the fallen souls. In many leelas is performing, and also simultaneously is also destroying this world. It is also there in Bhagavad Gita, 11th chapter, as Prabhupada mentioned here. 11 chapter 13, 11:17 verse. Your form is difficult to see because of its glaring effulgence, spreading on all sides like blazing fire, O immeasurable radiance of the sun. Yet I see this growing from everywhere, adorned with the various crown, clubs, and diseases. That means, Arjuna was seeing this form, very furious form, and after seeing this form, and Lord's explaining in another verse, 11:32, Sri Bhagavan Vacha, Kalosmin Lokek Shashya Krita Pravittoho, Lokan Samatrum Ita Pravitta. Translation: Supreme Personality of Godhead said, time I am the greatest destroyer of the world, and I have come here to destroy all people, with the exception of you, the Pandavas. All the soldiers here on the both sides will be slain. Here it's clearly said actually, Lord came actually, Sankarchana is destroying. He came here there to destroy everybody except Pandavas. And this way we can understand that, he does both, activities similarly. The questions arise, Krishna Krishna will never leave Goloka Vrindavan. He stays always in group. But his expansions, Vasudev, Sankarchana, Pratyumna, Aniruddha, they are, then the question comes, who maintain this world? And they are maintaining this world. The expansion and energy is maintaining the whole creation. And the power is the same. Actually, they get the same power. It is also said in the Brahma Samhita. Yeah, that's. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitis Tabirya Evanicha Rupteya Kalabis Goloka Eva Navastiti Akilatma Bhuta Govindam Adipurusam Tamaham Bhajami. Translation: I worship Govinda, the primal Lord, residing in his own realm, Goloka, with Radha, resembling his own spiritual figure. The embodiment of the statistic potency process of the 64 artistic activities in the company of a confidential Sakhis, embodiment of the extensions of a bodily form permitted and vitalized by his ever blissful spiritual rasa. He is always in Goloka Vrindavan. And his expansions, as I said, Aniruddha, Pratyumna, Vasudev, Sankarchan, and he is doing all the activities with the expansions. And here, the Kala is very important. Kala. Kala means, the 24 hours time we have got, and how we are going to use this time, that is very, very important. And there's a story in Srimad Bhagavatam, Katvanga Maharaj got only, how would you say in it, a moment. That means 24 seconds, something like that, or the 24 minutes, something like that. And the demigods are willing to give a boon to him, for Katvanga Maharaj. But Katvanga Maharaj asked me, how much time remained for me? And they said, only moment. And he immediately surrendered to the Lord and, got the liberation. Therefore, the same story actually in what is his name? He got also 7 days time, no? Parachit Maharaj got 7 days time. But we do not know. We have our manufacture date, the date of birth. But we don't know the expire date. But there is a fixed date for us. And therefore, we have to be, eagerness to serve the Lord. And our attraction, because the attraction is actually Sankarshana, our attraction and also attachment and possessions, we have to increase. That's what actually the whole prayers actually Lord is praying, Lord Shiva, to increase and remove our false ego. Because the false ego makes a lot of problem actually, It is very difficult to come out of that, And it is actually said, and if we want really blessing from our acharyas, we should go through, from parampara to get the blessing of Nityananda Prabhu. Because Sankarchana and Nityananda Prabhu is non-different. The same. And to get, when we want to get the blessing of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we should get the blessing of Nityananda Prabhu. Otherwise, there is no way. And we also know, from Raghunath Das Goswami, and other Acharyas, devotees, they get the blessing of Nityananda Prabhu. And the same way, how we get actually this blessing? We have to get through from the devotees, among fellow devotees. Then only it comes actually, because this is the training place. In Vaikuntha, there is no training. We have to train here to go to Vaikuntha or go Loka. Therefore, the training is actually starting from the local authority. Because sometimes we see, we have Guru and everything. But Guru is not all the time present with us. And we are living with our fellow devotees, and we have to, our senior devotees there, and our Shiksha Gurus are there, and we have to obey their orders, and also the temple authorities and the presidents there. And this way, we cooperate each other. Otherwise, this false ego will be, always, it is very difficult to overcome. And therefore, we should get the blessing of, fellow devotees, and also work, cooperate each other. Then only we can also win the war against Maya. Because actually we are fighting against Maya. But when we are not together, then Maya will, very easily, come to our life. For example, the war, when you're fighting, for example, now the war is going on in Ukraine and Russia. And Ukrainians, when together, they can fight strongly. When they are not strong together, they fight each other, then of course, they will lose the war. It is natural. The same way, of course, that we devotees, we should be always together. That because because we have different opinions. In Mahabharata also, in Pandavas, Yudhishthira Maharaj proposed and give some statement, and Bhima said no, because they will not agree each other. But when the war comes, they unite together. They fight, unite together and fight against Kauravas. And similarly, and also because they obey the order of Yudhishthira Maharaj. And similarly also in Ramayana, Lord asked Lakshman to take Sita to the forest. Lakshman said, no. How can I do that? But after that he obeyed the order. He obeyed the order and takes Sita. Even unwillingly, because he has to do that. And similarly, there are some situations appeared in our day-to-day life also. But finally we had to think that we had to satisfy Srila Prabhupada and our Gurudev. Therefore, we have to unite together. The most problems appeared actually assuming or communication among the devotees. That means, when we not communicate properly or assume something, conception, thinking of that, therefore we have to always, compromise each other, and also, unite together and work together to satisfy our Acharya Srila Prabhupada. And he also say actually, this gravity, that law of gravity, our modern scientists, they found this law of gravity, but it comes originally from Lord Sankarchan. And there's the text actually in Srimad Bhagavatam, glories of Lord Ananta. In the chapter, Sukadeva Goswami described Ananta, the source of Lord Shiva. The Lord Ananta, whose body is completely spiritual, reside at the root of the planet Patala. He always lives in the core of the Lord Shiva's heart. He helps him destroy the universe. Ananta instructs Lord Shiva how to destroy the cosmos. And we can see that actually the Lord Shiva is secondary, because it originally actually Lord Sankarshana is, because he is also worshipping Sankarshana, Lord Shiva. And we can see the prayers, wonderful prayers actually from Lord Shiva, many prayers there. It's also say Rudra Gita. And we can learn how we can, purify ourselves by learning these prayers, and how surrendering to the Lord in this way. And therefore, I mean, it is important for us actually to understand that that our position actually, we are servant of the Lord. Now we think that we are the doers. Sometime myself also I feel sometime when I do something successfully, oh, I did it. That is this false ankara comes. It comes, it's not sometimes, many times comes. I did it that, you see how much. And that's it, because always I am not the doer. In Bhagavad Gita 5:29, Lord says, Bhoktaram Yagnetapusam Sarvaloka Magesharam Sukridam Sarvabhudanam Chancham Ruchadi. He's the Lord actually, and he whatever we do tapasya, he's enjoying, great enjoy. And when we take that position, that's what actually we are suffering. We always think that we have to please the Lord, and in this way that actually automatically we will also please. And therefore, I because when I read that, I say I myself actually I had to learn many things. Actually, this false ego, it comes if because some opinion connections my opinion is you are not expecting, automatically it comes why it's not expecting, I will not this way it always this the false ego is it is there, and therefore we have no taste for the holy name. And if we don't have the taste of the holy name, then of course the purification doesn't happen. And here also it says, Lord, the intelligent, the predominating deity Pratyunna, the real intelligence is actually now it is covered with 6 anarthas: Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, etc. And now we have to remove all these anarthas. How we are going to remove these anarthas? Because we have given all the instruction, but we have to start from here. Locally. With the living with the fellow devotees and cooperating with each other. And therefore, it is very, very important for us. Have the association of the devotees, and also getting if we are not understanding from senior devotees, get guidance from them, and this way, these anarthas can be removed, and also congregational chanting together. And otherwise, because last time we had a seminar actually with Krishna Premarupa Prabhu, His Grace Krishna Premarupa Prabhu, living name. We have been chanting many, many years, but we are not chanting attentively. Actually, myself, I realized actually, because we are in a automatic pilot actually. When we chant, month will be like a parrot goes, but we are not hearing the name. By hearing the name attentively, then only the clearance starts. Then only the anarthas clear. Otherwise, you can stay here for 30 years with the Krishna consciousness. I can say I'm in the Krishna consciousness for 30 years, 40 years, but not much different, because anarthas are already there. And we remove the anarthas. We should chant attentively. Otherwise, it doesn't work actually, because that's what actually I realize myself, because our chanting should, because everything is there. In Srimad Bhagavatam 12th canto, there's this. Last verse of the Srimad Bhagavatam. that is the holy name, chanting the holy name together. Because that is the essence of all the sastras. In this yuga, there is no other way. And therefore, we have to chant the holy name together to purify ourselves. And when we chant alone, then we have to chant attentively, hear the name. Then only the heart gets slowly purification, it comes out. Otherwise, when we are not chanting attentively, then it doesn't work actually. That's my realization. And I felt like that actually. A long time we are here. We are chanting long time. We are doing all the sevas. But this anarthas are still there. There's kama, krodha, lobha, maha, and it is there. Therefore, when we had this seminar, then I asked this question: when we will remove this, these anarthas? It's a very important question actually, because otherwise, what is the point? We are doing it, but still there, same thing is there. And that's what say, we have to have the eagerness to see our mistake, because we always find faults from others, but we don't see our faults. That is the main problem actually, because we think always, that like us actually, he has to also do same thing, and that is another problem, because and this way I feel that that I should rectify myself. I should write every day what are the correction I have to do. Sometimes I speak also something unwanted things. Then I think I should not have to poke like this actually, because it hurt the other person. You understand? Sometimes we immediately speaks because the speech also very controlled. We have to speak, but sometimes it is go without our control. And this way we Jai Jagannath Bala Subhadra Maharani ki jai, Jai Gaunita ki jai. And then I thought I should because last time also I spoke with one Mataji. She said something, then I spoke something. I said, oh no, I should have done like this, immediately it is good actually. One sense, then you come to your mind. Otherwise, you go on same thing again and again, isn't it? So this way I will end actually, and because I like to have some comments and correction from you all. To correct myself. Thank you for giving this chance to me to share with some sort, because it is very important. It says actually in this verse, this integrating and disintegrating is Lord Sankarchana, and intelligence comes from Pratyumna, and therefore the real intelligence is actually that we should understand that we are the servant of the Lord. So I will stop here. Any comments or corrections, please feel free. Then please.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, you mentioned how Sankirtan is the Yuga Dharma.
Yeah.
Then from your realization, what is the importance, or why do we chant japa for ourselves? Like, how is it connected with the Yuga Dharma? Is it like a practice so that we can chant better together, or why don't we chant more together in that sense?
It is like that actually, because our Gurudev gave us to chant 16 rounds a day when we take the initiation. That means that is your vow to Gurudev that you chant, because actually it was 64 rounds, but Prabhupada reduced that to 16 rounds because of due to our work and other things. They cannot perform like that those days, and these 16 rounds we have to do it ourselves for our purification, because we are not all the time with the Sangeet and devotees, Therefore, we are, as Grihasthas, actually we are living outside, and we have to work for survive. And therefore, we have to do, actually, our home also, deities are there, everything is there. But for our purification, individually, we have to do this 16 round, minimum 16 round. 16 rounds to purify myself. And congregational chanting is more powerful than, because we hear from senior devotees come, like like the devotee come here. We will hear from their voice. Then it will be more effective because they are more purified. Then congregational chanting, then of course, when you come with the senior devotees, you see Prabhupada didn't do anything. Prabhupada didn't give any philosophical aspect to the first beginning actually. Only chanting. Holy name. By hearing the holy name, they get purified. And the same time, when we congregational chanting, the purification also starts more. Because, the devotees, senior devotees, more advanced devotees are there. And sometime, and they all together come and chanting, then we get more purification. It's my understanding. Prabhuji, is that right, Prabhuji?
Yes.
Oh, you want to elaborate this, more?
No, just because we're talking about Harinam.
Yeah.
Yes. Just to relate it to your comment of inattention.
Yeah.
Then it's difficult in Sankirtan to not hear the holy name.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's being chanted loudly by many.
Yeah.
In japa, sometimes we're too sweet with our mind,
Yeah.
It's lullaby. So soft, and the mind is louder, thinking other things.
Yeah.
And Sankirtan is Hare Krishna. And you definitely hear it.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. And also when we work, when you come together, then we have a good relationship with each other, and we'll chant together. It's like a unite together. That is also very important. In the family also, in the families, when my children were small, they come together, sit together. And now they are grown up. They have completely other intention and desires are there. Understand? Then those days, they come, when we do the arti, they come, they sit together, they sing together. Because now they got other material engagement. Say they, I have to go this one, I have to study this one, that one, this one. This way they distract actually, Mataji, you have something?
Thank you very much, Prabhu. I have a question regarding removing the anarthas by chanting the holy names together. So this is mentioned in the Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, last verse of the book.
But 1 minute, I will take the last verse. I had here. It destroy all the sins actually, by Nam Sankirtanam, because that's what I bought the paper, but I don't know find the paper.
Which shloka, Prabhu, if you have it?
12, 13, 23.
12, 13? 23, thank you. It's okay, Prabhu, I just wanted the exact number of the...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
You got it?
Yeah,
okay.
I got it, yeah.
Because that is the final actually, because the Puranas, we have got 18 Puranas. 18 Puranas, essence of all the Puranas, Srimad Bhagavatam. And Srimad Bhagavatam essence, final is actually Nam Sankirtan. There's no other way. Then we should not anger him for other things actually, because sometimes, we go and do yoga, this and that, that all bring nothing actually.
So this is like for Sankirtan, chanting loudly together, or is it also for japa when we come together and do japa in a group, but each for oneself? Like we don't chant loudly, of course, in japa. It's like more...
That's true. At least you have to chant at least by hearing actually. At least you should hear by, from here. Yeah. You understand? Your mind will always, distract, go everywhere. But Prabhupada once says, what talk about mind? You just chant and hear, finish. The business is very simple. Because, sometimes, because when you sit, myself, I will tell you experience. When I sit there, the mind will go to the future or the past. It is always same. Because I ask the mind, why should I go into future and past? Because now I am present here. I should hear about the name. And this way, we have to train the mind. The mind is actually, is like a donkey. And therefore, we have to train the mind here. Then it comes. But it's not come one day, but by training, That's what Arjuna also says actually. And it's very difficult to control the mind. But training and vairagya, detachment, then you can able to.
Okay. So it's very important to come together in the morning after Mangala Arati to do the japa together.
It is very important actually.
Okay.
In temple, if you live, it is very important. Do that. Because myself actually, I'm living outside, and I try to do at least 8 rounds in the morning, and sometime on the traveling I do. But traveling, of course, it is not properly done. I know myself also because there are many other things are coming on mind. But at least in the morning, 8 rounds I try to chant in the morning. Then at least try to concentrate. It also comes sometime. Wife says oh, we have to do that. I said no, everything we will do later. Because mostly what happens when we sit actually, there are other distraction comes. This I have to do that business that, because the main business is chanting. Other things are secondary. But what we do our family life, we will put the last one chanting and the other business the first. That is our big mistake.
And do you chant together with your family?
Not every day. Not every day because because we are in a different timing actually. Because my work also different shift. Because sometimes I come in the late night, then of course they all sleep, and because of that we will not all the time together. But mostly morning actually, my wife and myself chant together. And but they start some speaking, of course that distract all the things. That's the problem actually. I always try to concentrate to avoid speaking, because then of course the mind will go actually then.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you for asking this question. Yeah. Anything there, Prabhu? Anything? No. So I will stop here. Kandraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, devotees ki jai. All glories to Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, I was always in live. No, I'm just, as I told you, I'm working like a donkey, I'm got late actually. My train got, some technical problem, and 20 minutes got late. I thought, no.
You can say you were just chanting more, no? You can say it.
That's true. Yeah, that's what I meant. It came to my mind.
May I ask you another question?
Yes, sure, please.
In the beginning of your lecture, you mentioned about purifying prayers of some Acharya. Which are these prayers?
This is the Lord actually. Lord Shiva. All the.
Where should I find it?
This is Srimad Bhagavatam both canto. The today verse actually.
Today. In this verse.
Purification of mind and everything actually, because of that's what we do. And our Acharya has also given many ways about and these prayers are very important.
Specific shlokas.
Yes. Then I will give you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
On the wrong day also, I think it's like the whole extended for where is the name? Yes, it is. And we are very, very, very happy to be here to the trust because we have mixed commitment with some demigod worshippers. They go to that temple and also they take and mixed community, and their devotees are there also. And we want to bring them to this information in the process. Now we are going on 17th chapter now, but you can choose any verse, any sloka. Okay, I like when there's some. Okay. 17th chapter, now it's 17 to 17, and we are going 74.
And it's this. I mean, these locals are small actually. 17, 18, 19. This.
Maybe have to combine them.
Yeah, can combine all three locals. 17, 18, 19. 19. This is small. And we can combine all three actually with Regula. Thank you so much, Rosie.
Thank you.
Krishna.
Thank you for coming this morning.
Thank you.
So very sweet to hear from you. Straight.
Every time I cannot speak on, going around it.
Yeah. Nice. Everyone's happy.
Thank you so much. Thank you for actually continue to because yesterday I was leading the class and it's a wonderful class and I told Damodar Support and he asked if he do the class today. He said no.
Yeah, we're going to, right, yes, we're going to.
So this Lord Elements coming, I think that's it. I'm not qualified, I just, as I told you, first class and I feel in the heart and I'm not around to maintain family, it's not so easy, but by the most of devotees and association, we just know to correct ourselves, otherwise, there's no other way to rectify ourselves, understand our identity and real identity. Otherwise, we get put in like donkeys outside, and sees the sense enjoyment, and that's all the right thing.
No, yeah, all Vaishnavas. At least the Sangha, as you rightly pointed out, that's where we get to polish ourselves.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare